We begin our service this morning on page, not 69, I've got the Sabbath evening service. What page are we on, Cantor, tomorrow?
We're on page 105.
Thank you, I'm glad you're on the ball. Page 105, and please rise. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob,
your dwelling places, O Israel. Through your great love, O God, I enter your house. With awe I worship in your sanctuary. Eternal God, I love the house where your glory dwells. Humbly I worship before my God and Maker. May my prayer be acceptable to you, eternal God. In your great kindness, answer me with your saving truth.
And together, as we say the prayers of our ancestors, help us, O God, to remember their faith and devotion, their joy and suffering, and make us worthy of our heritage. May the tradition we have received live in us, and pass from us to generations we shall never know, enriched by the truth we have found, and the good we have done. So may we fulfill our task on earth, and receive our blessing. Eternal God, school us in your teachings and make us loyal to your commandments. May we never consent to evil or surrender to temptation or self-contempt. Help us to rise above selfishness and make us responsive to the voice of conscience. Direct our every impulse to your service. Today and every day, may we merit kindness and compassion in your sight and in the sight of all who behold us. And let us know your love. We praise you, O God, for the love you daily show.
Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch hu, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, ha'mechulal befi amo, meshubach u'mefo'ar b'lashon chasidav ve'avadav, b'shvachot u'mizmirot negadelcha, v'namlichecha malkeinu, yachid chei ha'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mechulal batishbachot. אשרי יושבי ביתך, עוד יהללוך סלה.
אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו.
תהילה לדוד, ארוממך אלוהי המלך, ועברך שמך לעולם ועד.
בכל יום אברכך, והללה שמך לעולם ועד.
גדול אדוני מחולל מאוד, ולגדולתו אין חקר.
דור לדור ישבח מעשיך, וגבורתך יגידו.
הדר כבוד הודיך, ודברי נפלאתך עשיך.
ועזוז נורותיך יאמרו, וגדולתך אספרנה.
זכר רב טובך יביעו, וצדקתך ירננו.
חנון ורחום אדוני, ערך אפיים וגדול חסד.
טוב אדוני לכל, ורחמיו על כל מעשיו.
יודוך אדוני כל מעשיך, בחסידיך וברכך.
יודוך כבוד על מלכותך יאמרו, וגבורתך ידברו.
להודיע לבני האדם גבורותיו, וכבוד האדם מלכותו.
מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור.
סומך אדוני לכל הנופלים, וזוקף לכל הכפופים.
עיני כל אליך יסברו, ואתה נותן להם את אוכלם בעתו.
פותח את ידיך, ומשביע לכל חי רצון.
צדיק אדוני בכל דרכיו, וחסיד בכל מעשיו.
קרוב אדוני לכל קורב, לכל אשר יקראוהו באמת.
רצון יראיו יעשה, ואת שבתם ישמע ויושיעם.
תהילת אדוני ידבר פיו, יברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד.
ואנחנו נברך יה, מעתה ועד עולם. הללויה. ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו, האל המלך הגדול והקדוש, בשמיים ובארץ. כי לך נאה אדוני אלוהינו, ואלוהי אבותינו. שירו שבחה, הלל וזמרה, ברכות והודאות. מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, הבוחר בשירי זמרה.
Turn to page 135. Page 135.
Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. 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 Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Yotzei or uborei choshech Osei shalom uborei et hakol Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Yotzei or uborei choshech Osei shalom uborei et hakol.
Praise you, Eternal One, our God, Sovereign of the universe, Maker of light and Creator of darkness, Author of peace and Creator of all things. In your mercy you give light to the earth and all who live on it, and in your goodness you renew creation continually day by day. How manifold are your works, O God, with wisdom have you made them all. The world is full of your creations. Your handiwork proclaims your praise. The radiant stars bear witness to your glory.
Baruch atah Adonai Yotzei HaMeorot.
Together, great is your love for us, eternal God, and abundant your compassion. Our ancestors trusted in you, and you taught them the laws of life. So be gracious to us and teach us. Incline our hearts to hear your word, to know and understand, to learn and teach, and with love to uphold the truths of your Torah. Enlighten us with your teaching. Make us faithful to your commandments, and wholehearted in the love and awe of your name. For in love you summon us to serve you and proclaim your unity. We praise you, O God. In love you have called your people Israel to serve you. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai, Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam, Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai, Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam, Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai, Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol ma'odecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi matzavecha hayom al levavecha. V'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam. V'shivtecha b'veitecha, v'lechtecha v'derech, v'shochbecha u'kumecha. V'shatam le'ot al yadecha. V'hayu letotafot beinenecha. V'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha. U'v'sharecha.
Leman tizkeru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kadoshim le'Elohechem, הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. So we're about to approach our Mi Chamocha prayer. And at this time, we typically envision ourselves in the shoes of the Israelites. We're walking and walking and walking for so long to escape slavery. We found our way to the other side of this incredible sea. We're on dry land, and we're finally envisioning what it must have felt like for the people Israel to experience freedom. But how often do we put ourselves in God's shoes? We're used to seeing ourselves in the stories of the Israelites. We're not so used to seeing ourselves doing what God does. When we get to the text of Sor Yisrael at the end of Mi Chamocha, we ask God to kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, to rise for the help of Israel. And what I would ask us to do as we approach the word kuma is to rise on the word kuma, to see ourselves in that moment not only in God's shoes, but that we, as acting in the image of God, are able to help ourselves. So as we see God in each other, and as we see God in ourselves, I would invite us to embody this kuma, this rising, as we approach Sor Yisrael together. And we'll start with Mi Chamocha on page 139.
Mi chamocha b'nim Adonai, mi chamocha neta b'kodesh, Norah tehilot osefele.
Shira chadasha shibchu geulim, l'shimcha al sfat hayam. Yachad kulam hodu vehimlichu ve'amru.
Adonai imlok le'olam va'ed.
Sor Yisrael, kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Aleinu Adonai, Tzevaot Shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael, Gal Yisrael, Yisrael. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid.
Ufi Yagid tefilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid tefilatecha. Na 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 Adonai.
Na 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 Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava.
Melech Chozeh u'Mashiach u'Magei, Baruch atah Adonai, Magein Avraham, be'ezrat Sarah.
Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayei Meitim Atah, Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv Haruach u'Morit HaGeshem, Mazriach HaShemesh u'Morit Atah. Lechakel Chayim leChesed, Lechayei Meitim leRachamim Rabim, Somek Noflim veRofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melech, Melech Mimitu Mechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים.
לקדש את שמך בעולם, בשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאיך.
קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, Baruch kevod Adonai mimkomo.
ממקומך מלכנו תופיע ותמלוך עלינו, כי מחכים אנחנו לך.
ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, Hallelujah.
Dov Ador Nagid Godlecha. From generation to generation we will make known your greatness. At the end of time we will proclaim your holiness. Your praise, my God, shall never depart from our lips. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. Please be seated.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם יספרו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה וראשית שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצי רצי במנוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך סבנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך וטהר ליבנו לעבדך 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 באמת והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך וינוחו בישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Say Adonai Eloheinu ba'amacha Yisrael, tfilatam b'havat gatel, ilratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha, Baruch ata Adonai, she'otecha levadecha b'yira na'avod, modi manachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, le'olam va'ed. Sur chayenu magen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הבקורות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך, שבכל עת ערב ובוקר בצהריים. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך נאה לחוטא. We continue. Grant peace, welfare and blessing. Grace, love and mercy to us and to all Israel, your people. As a loving parent, bless us with the light of your presence. By the light of your presence, eternal God, you have revealed to us the law of life, a love of kindness and righteousness, blessing and mercy, life and peace. For it is good in your sight that your people Israel and all peoples be blessed at all times with your gift of peace. We praise you, O God, the source of peace.
Say shalom biroma, Uya say shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'al kol bnei Adam, Ve'imru. Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol bnei Adam, ve'imru
Turn to page 480. Page 480 for our Torah service.
All right. There is none like you, Eternal One, among the gods people worship, and there are no deeds like yours. Your sovereignty is everlasting. Your reign endures from age to age. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kamasecha. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshatecha bechol dor v'dor. Please rise. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch, le'olam va'ed, Adonai uz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai Yitiv, Unerom Bema Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai. You can close the ark now. V'hagdula v'hatiferet v'hanitzah v'hahod. Okay, undress this girl. Can you come undress this girl? Lecha Adonai hamamlacha, ve'hamim You may be seated. This morning, I'll be chanting from the book of Exodus, Parashat Truma, and I'll be reading from chapter 25, verses 1 through 9, and that can be found in the Old Chumash on page 604, and in the New Chumash on page 545. That's page 545. And for the blessing before the Torah reading.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai goel HaTorah. Amen. Yeah.
Amen. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל, ויקחו לי תרומה, מאת כל איש אשר ידבנו ליבו, תיקחו את תרומתי, וזאת התרומה, אשר תיקחו מאיתם, זהב וכסף ונחושת, ותכלת וארגמן, ותולעת שני ושש ועזים, ואורות אלים מאוד עמים, ואורות תחשים ועצי שיטים, שמן למאור, ושמים לשמן המשחה, ולקטורת הסמים, אבני שוחם ואבני מילואים, לאפוד ולחושן, ועשו לי מקדש, ושכנתי בתוכם, ככל אשר אני מראה אותך, את תבנית המשכן, ואת תבנית כל כליו, וכן תעשו. And God spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and have them take for me a truma, an offering, from every person whose heart moves him to give. And this is the gift, the offering, that they shall give me. From each person, gold, silver, and brass, utechelet." So techelet is blue, but it's not just any color blue. Techelet is the exact dye of blue that was used for the strings on our talit, on our tzitzit. So techelet is a very sacred dye that could only be used for these sacred purposes. So techelet, that sacred blue, and argaman, which is purple, v'tola'at shani, and fine linens, v'shesh v'izim, and the hair of a goat. Ve'orot elim me'adumim, this is another special dye. So they would dye certain animal skins in a special shade of red that was only used for sacred purposes. Ve'orot tachashim. So a tachash is actually a bit of a mythical creature, and we're meant to find the skin of this mythical creature to create a covering. And some say that this mythical creature is actually a unicorn. So this might be the only time in the whole Tanakh when we have a unicorn introduced in our text. So orot tachashim, and perhaps the skin of a unicorn, ve'adse shitim, and acacia wood, shemen lamaor, so oil for the fire, besamim, and spices, leshemen hamischat, uliktoret hasamim, and spices for the incense. Avnei shoham, which is onyx, like a black gem, a jewel. Avnei miluim le'ephod v'lachoshen, and the special gems that make up the breastplate, the decorative gems that go on the breastplate. Ve'asuli mikdash, and you shall make for me a mikdash, a sanctuary, v'shachanti, and I will dwell among you. And according to all of these instructions, you'll do it exactly as I tell you. Ve'et tavnit kol kelav, and in every way with every tool, and in this way you should make me an offering.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu toras emet hayei olam natav b'zechenu. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Amen. And we will please rise as the Torah is raised.
Can you lift the scroll? Yeah.
Okay.
I think I can. Slide it down the desk there and then push. No, I can't.
Baruch Shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Can you be seated? We'll just... Okay, thank you. All right.
That's right.
And today's Haftarah comes from 1 Samuel. This is verses 1 through 9, and it talks about Saul being anointed with oil in much the same way that we just got an instruction in our Torah to anoint with oil the dwelling place, the Mishkan, and as well in this Haftarah, Saul receives a new heart. A new heart. And in our Torah portion today, we read that every person whose heart moves him should bring a gift, an offering. So the connections between sanctity and anointing and between a sort of new heart, a new state of heart, a change of heart. So we'll hear our Haftarah from the book of Samuel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar b'nvi'im tovim v'yotzei v'divreim hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'v'Moshe avdo v'Yisrael amo u'v'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen.
Samuel took a flask of oil and poured some on Saul's head and kissed him and said, "The Lord herewith anoints you ruler over his own people. When you leave me today, you'll meet two men near the tomb of Rachel in the territory of Benjamin, at Zelzah, and they will tell you that the asses you set out to look for have been found, and that your father has stopped being concerned about the asses and is worrying about you, saying, 'What shall I do about my son?' You shall pass on from there until you come to the Terebinth of Tabor. There you will be met by 3 men making a pilgrimage to God at Bethel. One will be carrying 3 kids, another will be carrying 3 loaves of bread, and the third will be carrying a jar of wine. They will greet you and offer you 2 loaves of bread, which you shall accept. After that, you are to go to the hill of God, where the Philistine prefects reside. There, as you enter the town, you will encounter a band of prophets coming down from the shrine, preceded by lyres, timbrels, flutes, and harps, and they will be speaking in ecstasy. The Spirit of the Lord will grip you, and you will speak in ecstasy along with them. You'll become another man. And once these signs have happened to you, act when the occasion arises, for God is with you. After that, you are to go down to Gilgal ahead of me, and I will come down to you to present burnt offerings and offer sacrifices of well-being. Wait 7 days until I come to you and instruct you what you are to do next."
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'oseh, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shechol devarav emet v'tzedek. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה, שנתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לקדושה ולמלוכה, לכבוד ולתפארת. על הכל, אדוני אלוהינו, אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך. יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
אמן. שכח. We'll rise together. And we'll join at the bottom of page 484. Eternal God, whose dominion embraces the universe, we ask your blessing for our sovereign lady, Queen Elizabeth, and all the royal family, for those who govern our country, and all who influence the quality of its national life. Make them conscious of their responsibility, and teach them to exercise it in accordance with your will. May we all help to fashion in this country a society that excels in freedom and justice, tolerance and compassion, so that it may be a force for righteousness and peace in the life of humanity. Eternal God, as you blessed our ancestors in generations past, bless now this congregation, its leaders and its members, and all who enter this synagogue to meet, to study, and to pray. Comfort the sorrowing hearts among us, and heal those in anxiety or pain. May we all find here community and friendship, renewal of purpose and hope, a deeper understanding of our heritage, and a sense of your abiding presence. Bless all congregations of the house of Israel throughout the world. Let those who live under oppressive rule soon be freed, and may we all unite to witness to your truth and do your will. Together, eternal God, our rock and redeemer, grant blessing to the state of Israel, created to fulfill an age-old dream and to be a haven for the oppressed. Inspire its leaders and citizens with faithfulness to the aims of its founders, to develop the land for the benefit of all its inhabitants, and to implement the prophetic ideals of liberty and justice. May they live in harmony with one another and in peace with their neighbors, and cause to come true once more the ancient vision that out of Zion shall go forth Torah and the word of God from Jerusalem. We're on the bottom of page 486. Yehalelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav Shemo levado. Odo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren lehamo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Jeffrey. Very cool, Jeffrey.
Happy are the ones whose loyalty is such that they can trust and they can justifiably say at each day, Amen, to what has gone before. Jeffrey, whenever I have met you, you've always greeted me with a cheerful countenance, always a smile on your face and always a chuckle, sometimes of nervousness, waiting to hear what I was going to ask you to do next. I think that was the same with my father.
True.
But you have found, I hope, through life, a sense of confidence in your community, but most importantly, in the most important people in your life. Having found somebody to truly share life with, someone to trust and to be trusted, someone to be loyal to and to have found loyalty in you. Together, you have been faithful parents, grandparents. You have been the kind of Jews, human beings, that any rabbi would be proud to count as a congregant. Jeffrey, as you come upon this birthday, may you continue to celebrate life, to continue to
greet everybody with a cheerful countenance. When you get to those little aches and pains in life, not only physically but metaphorically as well, may you approach them in the way that you have done all difficulties in your life thus far, seeking strength in the people around you and also being a source of strength in yourself. On this occasion, let us ask God to bless you with these words. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God look kindly upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And may God always look to you in tenderness and grant you peace in your life. And let us say, Amen, and Mazel Tov. On page 489, page 489. Jeffrey.
כי לקח טוב נתתי לכם, תורתי אל תעזובו. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, ותומכיה מאושר. דרכיה דרכי נועם, וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך, ונשובה. חדש ימינו כקדם, חדש ימינו כקדם.
Please be seated.
Bring me gifts from every person, each according lidvenu libo, to how they are moved to give. This is a fascinating phrase which has a wide variety of interpretations. In the case of the Mishkan, the tabernacle or the tent, the portable tent that the Israelites met with God in, the materials to be gifted are clearly defined. What we are not told is how people gave, willingly or grudgingly, confidentially or ostentatiously, miserly or philanthropically. In the case of the Mishkan, the building of this tabernacle, the portable temple for the Israelites, it does not really matter, as the intention of the story is to illustrate that every person contributed, and that in doing so, they were as important and valuable as the gift that they proffered. Yet as we know from Pharaoh, a heart can be hardened. The heart is no longer moved to dedicate, to willingly give or donate material or of oneself. Rather, a heart can be consumed by anger, prejudice and hatred, often at ill-founded and sometimes mythical grievances. This is how some in the Liverpool Wavertree constituency Labour Party, and regrettably some in the National Party, including one local MP to us, John McDonnell, have acted this week, in seeking a motion of no confidence and more for a Member of Parliament, Luciana Berger. consumed by an irrational understanding that one can ignore anti-Semitism and other ills just to get a party or a leader elected. There is an illustration of clear idolatry that masks the welfare of those, the ones who perpetrate these myths purport to serve. Regardless of her personal identity, Luciana Berger is a politician of integrity. Apart from trying to stand up for the political party that she has believed in all her life, she is able to place her representation of people first. Living in this country, sixth wealthiest country in the world, she has actively sought to bridge an inequality gap. And she has actively sought in particular to raise awareness of mental health issues that plagues our society. She has taken upon herself a position of leadership in this country that transcends political allegiances. She has pointed out what this country sorely needs, which is to close an inequality gap. When we are such a wealthy country, it is something such as inequality that leads to most of the ills within our communities. Whether it be housing, whether it be the inequalities across the health system or education systems, whether it be child poverty. I'm delighted to announce that within our community, we, inspired by those around us and thinking about what we might do, not just to put a sticky plaster on some of the problems that we see around us, will, beginning in this May holidays, take the opportunity to do something which goes a lot deeper. Ever since this country voted to leave Europe, I've tried to seek to understand why it was that many people down the road to us voted to leave, when, to my mind, it would only damage the community. That is in South Oxley. I've built relationships with the local church there, and we have reached out as best we can. And now in May, we will offer, hopefully with the church and with other local groups, in one of the local primary schools, a food service to those children who, during term times, would receive school dinners and through holiday times are forgotten. Please do listen out for ways that you can contribute to this. There are different ways that we can attack child food poverty. This will be one way, but it will be coupled with us addressing the issues with the local authorities as well. It is not a sticking plaster that we're looking for, but to right inequality within our society. Each one of us acts according to the way that we are moved, the way that our heart moves us. For some, we are in a position where we can give philanthropically of our finances and resources. For others, it is of our time. For others, it is of the support that others need to move with their convictions and to hold fast to what they know to be true. I do urge you, if you don't normally do this, to write to Luciana Berger and let her know that you have her support. Let her know that the work she does to create a better society is important to you. And let her know that, as a Jew, she has your full support. As a Jew in public life, that you can only understand how she feels at this moment in time. Each one of the Israelites gave according to the way that their heart moved them. Please open your heart, not only to a politician who is trying to right the world, but also to our local communities around us. Open your hearts and allow and support those within your community to make a difference in the small world around us. Amen. Move to our concluding prayers on page 520. Page 520. And please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol,
Latechnu la'liotze bereshit, asher samhelkeinu li'eched et shemo, v'gohor aleinu lahamlich malchuto, va'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shechu notei shamayim v'yosed haaretz, u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim mima'al, u'shkinatu zo, b'gofei meromim, u'Eloheinu heinod, emet malkeinu efesu lato, kakatu b'torato, v'yadata hayom v'hashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim mima'al, ve'al haaretz mitachat einod, v'nehema b'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
It is hard to feel serene when our world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone. Yet in the emptiness their passing leaves behind, we are not alone, for we have the companionship of the living, and even our loved ones who have died live on in our hearts, for what they were is part of what we have become. We honor them best when we live as they would wish, responsibly and happily, even in the shadow of our loss, and so draw closer to the source of life, in whom every life finds meaning, purpose, and hope. And on this Shabbat, in our community, we are observing the yahrzeits of Julian Hirsch, father of David Hirsch, Lionel Henry Weiser, father of Susan Minton, Ray Crabb, mother of Michael Crabb, Sadie Shafran, mother of Jackie Henning, and Sadie Spire, mother of Rosalind Collin and grandmother of Richard Collin. And we regret to announce that in our community, we've recently been bereaved of Pat Holding, the husband of our member Fiona, father of Maria and Andy, and brother of Eileen and Ray, and Ingrid Copperman, the daughter of our member Danielle Francis, mother of Anthony and Charlie Blake, the sister of Nikki Simmons, and the partner of Neil Cooper. For all those and for those we hold in our hearts on this Shabbat, we'll recite Kaddish together on page 524. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'vyomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam v'olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'al v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha v'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, v'ushbechata v'nechemata, v'amiran v'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemai, V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, U'ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol B'nei Adam, Ve'imru Amen. May great peace descend from heaven and abundant life be granted to us and to all who mourn. And let us say, Amen. May be seen.
We're delighted to announce that our care team have won, and our award-winning and continue to be award-winning care team have won yet another award, this time from Jewish Care, for the outside organisation that has affected their work through our Memory Matters programme that brings together people twice a month on a Thursday for daycare centre support. You'll find a number of our members who have got big, broad smiles on their faces, or should do around them, who are involved in this regular activity. It's quite incredible to see, especially on Thursdays, the amazing programmes that are run within the synagogue. We should all be justifiably proud to be part of such a caring community. For those who are cyclists and those who used to be cyclists but still have a bike in their shed, we are one of the hubs for the bike projects that refurbishes bikes to send to redistribute to refugees who need them to access the services that otherwise they find very difficult to get to. If you've got an old bashed up bike, it does not matter what condition it is, please do bring it along to the synagogue because they are running short of bikes at the moment to be able to refurbish. Finally, 17th of February, Sunday the 17th of February, is the local civic service for the Mayor of Hillingdon. It's very local to us, it's in Northwood Hills. Unfortunately, I can't make it. I know one or two local residents are, but it would be wonderful if people who were in the local area fancied going along, just in Northwood Hills. If you are interested to represent me in the synagogue, please do let me know afterwards. To conclude this service with Adon Olam, which you can find straight over the page. And for our young people who have been in our Bar and Bat Mitzvah family study session today, I hope you've picked up a number of ideas of things that you might be interested in having in your Bar and Bat Mitzvah services. It's been lovely studying with you this morning yet again, and I look forward to doing more study with you in the future, especially when you're so attentive as you are. Please let's sing, and then we'll go next door to celebrate with Jeffrey and family as well. Wishing you happy birthday and all of ourselves Shabbat Shalom.
Adon Olam, Hashem Adam, B'terem kol Yetzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, B'chefzo kol, Azai Melech, Shamon Yikra, V'acharei Dichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora, V'hu Hayam, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yiyeh, V'hu Yiyeh, V'tifara. Adon Olam Hashem Alach B'terem kol Yitzinim, Li'et Nasa V'chefzo kol Azai Melech, Shamo Nikra, V'acharei Dichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora, V'hu Hayam, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yiyeh, V'tifara. Adon Olam Hashem Alach B'terem kol Yitzinim, Li'et Nasa V'chefzo kol Azai Melech, Shamo Nikra, V'acharei Dichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora, V'hu Hayam, V'hu Hoveh, V'tifara. V'hu Hayam, V'hu Hoveh, V'tifara. V'hu Hayam, V'hu Hoveh, V'tifara.
Please rise. we place our souls. Sleep, awake, for you are near. And with our souls, our bodies too. You are our gods. We shall not fear.
Baruch atah b'voecha, uvaruch atah b'tzetecha. Blessed may you be when you come in, and blessed may you be when you go out.
Shabbat shalom to you all.
Hello, hello. Yep.
Lovely
Which scroll and the text in the scroll.
See, Emily's she wants to look at the text, but you see, I think it'd be really nice to use it as a scroll because of the attachment we have with Colin, and
you
will be going
actually
in
visit
KT.
there.
And this,
So we can look at
and this
Colin.
arch is from Colin as
Yeah.
well. And your granddad would have read from that scroll.
Wow.
Sorry, your great-granddad.
Yes, but although actually she probably knows the beginning enough so that we'll be able to find
Can we have a look at
Do
it?
you want to take a picture of whichever one?
Oh, yeah.
So why don't we start looking at the Colin one, and then if you say, oh, that's impossible to read, I really can't read it from there, then we can look at a different one. Can I give you that one to hold? So, I'll take the mantle off in here. It's easier, because I'm pretty sure the Colin one is relatively near where you are reading, because I looked at it with Harry, and I think Harry is 2 weeks before you, 3 weeks before you.
No, he's
No.
There's Molly, then there's Harry, I think, then you.
I think there's Molly, there's Hannah, and then there's you.
Yes.
Actually.
Okay.
And I think this was Shmini. So how do you start? Do you remember, Veidaber?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going, because that's
Veidaber,
where.
then what happens after that?
Veidaber Adonai Moshe Lemor,
Yeah.
and then
Devar Bnei Israel.
Devar Bnei Israel, and then
Va'amarta Aleihem.
Ve'amarta Alehem. Okay, we need a bit more. Because the problem is that
you don't even need a scroll, do you?
that beginning.
Yeah.
So Moadei Adonai. Okay, so that's so I think this is the only problem with the coding one
Big
is
scroll as well, isn't it?
that it doesn't roll as easily as some of these because the parchment is so old. It's not 100% straight anymore. Okay. This is Kedoshim, so I think it's not that much further. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor daber. No, that's daber el Aharon. Let's make sure we roll this nicely.
Is it
Ela Moadei Adonai. So I think Vaydaber Adonai Moshe v'vata Aleihem Moadei Adonai asher tikra'u otam mikra'ei kodesh ele hem Moadei Sheshet Yamim Ta'aseh.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's it. Okay, why don't you have a look at that?
So where does it start?
So it starts from up here at the
The
moment.
fourth line.
Yeah. So the second paragraph on that. So why don't you pop yourself on there just because it's quite far up.
You need the pointer to point.
So if you point there, if you wanna, you can just let that drape, it'll come down anyway. So there. Do you want to give it a go? Just read. Don't worry about making a mistake. You know it by heart, so you can just say it. So just give it a go. Nobody's look. There's nobody here. You can do it.
Memory.
You don't need to. You don't need that.
Okay.
Okay? Just get going.
Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Devar el Bnei Israel. Va'amarta.
Because this letter extends the end to make it level. That's why it's such a
Yeah.
huge looking letter.
Yeah. Aleihem.
Aleihem. Moadei Adonai. Tikra a Kodesh.
No kuf. Tikra uotam.
Tikra.
Just ignore them. They can't hear you. They're deaf. That's why they talk so loud.
Mikra a Kodesh. Hey.
Yeah, very good.
Maldai.
Yeah.
Sheshet. Yamim. Ta'asad.
It's a mem, the first letter. Melacha, yeah.
Ivayom Hashvi'i Shabbaton. Mikra Kodesh. Ko Melacha. Lo Ta'asi.
Shabbatu, I think. Right?
La Adonai.
Oh, it's difficult. It's a lamed. It's a really stretched lamed. So chol.
B'chol. Melash Moshvateihem.
Excellent.